Kill the Noise presents.
Check it out. That sounded cool. I think that's one of the great things that starts to happen the more that you use phase plant. If you wanted to get in there and start like kind of reverse engineering stuff, it's all dubstep to me. I'm not gonna tell you what that means, but
Behold, the Book of the Dead.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jake, also known as Kill the Noise. I'm an electronic music producer from Los Angeles, California. I work on all kinds of projects, everything from film scores to working with bands, working with vocalists, whatever kinds of interesting projects I can at this point. Still, one of the things that has always drawn me to electronic music is who made this sound? What is this? Here are some sounds from the Book of the Dead, and here's why I made them. Walk the Plank, and this one's kind of more like rhythm inspired. Those of y'all that don't know what rhythm is, it's like kind of like a iteration of dubstep. It's all dubstep to me. But for this patch, I really wanted to like take advantage of the disperser because it's like one of the more eccentric Kilohearts plugins that has like a very unique sound to it. You can hear that like springy noise. I'll just turn these off. It's also got a resonator. Fun to mess around with this stuff and kind of get weird atonal sounds and weird springy sounds and weird harmonics. Like that to me will be most certainly a macro here. That sounded cool. Woo! Maybe a little less. You can see how quickly you can start getting some really wild sounds using these presets. Take a listen to this in context with the song. It sounds pretty cool. I did some layering with it too. Here you go.
Of the Dead. Kill.
So this next one was a big challenge for me. I really wanted to try to make a phase plant preset that showed that you could actually like almost make an entire song using one instance. I was really inspired by some of the stuff in the factory bank that comes with phase plant. There's actually a couple presets by Rob Swire that one's like a dial-up modem. You have to check these out. It's like insane. I was like, man, I really want to make something like that. I wonder how hard it could be. Well, I don't know that it was hard. It's just one of those things. Once you get started, you're like, ooh, I want to make a kick drum. Now I want to make a clap, but check it out. So if I press C4, that's like the intended note to push here. Oops. And you can see all the different pieces here. I'm just going to loop this section here. And if I play with all these macros, I can pull the different elements in and out. Say I want to take the clap and kick out. And I actually like programmed some sidechain on this version. And I'm actually just using these gains here. And then I got like an envelope that's triggering these to duck everything. So if I turn these off and turn down the kick and clap, you're not going to hear the ducking. But there's no samples used in the creation of this thing. Here I got mod wheel. It can kind of control a bunch of parameters all at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I got a clap that's designed using an LFO shape. Where's my clap shape? There it is. Boom. There's my little clap. And that's just, yeah, noise. I got a little filter on there. And that's just going through the signal chain. Here's the clap. You can see the title right here. Clap. This is modulating that noise. Let's like turn everything off except for the clap, so you hear it. And you see, I'll move this down a little bit. So if you wanted to get in there and start like kind of reverse engineering stuff, and maybe like, oh, I want the clap to have a long tail. You know what I'm saying? I got my hats in there. I got my kick drum in there. I got my bass line in there. I got my organ in there. You know, I built the theme around this little patch.
Its pages hold the secrets of the...
So that's also some of the presets in here too. I made some things like organs and choir pads and things like that as well. I used a LFO here as like an arpeggiator. I think that's one of the great things that starts to happen the more that you use phase plant, is that you start using things that you would be like, oh, okay, LFO, like I'm going to use that for like a filter situation, or I'm going to use an LFO to like modulate the pitch or whatever. But then you start thinking like, okay, well, how, like typically there's like a button on a synth for an arpeggiator. How would I do that? You know? And if you then there you go. There's always an answer. You got to use something like an LFO to control the pitch and get creative with the grid and all that kind of stuff. Same kind of thing. Like one of the big questions that people have is, it's like, if you're used to using a wavetable synth, there's usually like bend modes. And once again, you'll look for the button, but it turns out that you have to actually create another wavetable to modulate the phase of a wavetable, which gets a similar type of an effect, you know? So yeah, there's always a way to do things. And I think that this preset pack also shows somebody that maybe isn't super familiar with how to do some of the things that are kind of like normaled into a synth. I kind of like have set up a lot of these structures for you. So anyway, I hope that you really enjoy Book of the Dead. I hope it inspires some level of creativity and helps you make some new songs. And most importantly, just have fun in the studio, right? Once again, I'm Kill the Noise, and this is Book of the Dead for Phase Plant. Big thanks to all the Kilohearts team for putting this together. And most importantly, thank you to y'all out there being creative. You inspire me to make music. You inspire me to keep going. Thank you very much. Peace.